weapons for Ukraine in the war with Russia. The UK confirmed it has delivered these to Ukraine: long-range Storm Shadow missiles, as they're known. It's a cruise missile, usually air-launched, and it has a range triple that of the missiles that Ukraine currently has as supplied by the U.S. I'm joined now by Cedric Layton. Let's talk a little bit about what new capability this gives. So the current weapons range for Ukrainian forces as supplied by the U.S., 49 miles. That's deliberate. We'll talk about that in a moment. The newest one, the Storm Shadow here, a range gets you up to about 155 miles. What's the difference that makes for Ukrainian forces?
So the difference that makes, Jim, is really quite profound, because it's about triple the distance of the weapons that Ukraine currently has. This is the export version of the Storm Shadow.
Right.
The version that France and Britain use actually has a double this range as well. So what you're talking about is a cruise missile with stealth capabilities, and it also has nap of the earth navigation capability. That means that it flies about 150, 130 feet above the ground, or a little less than that. So this is a very important missile from that standpoint.
That can allow them to fly under Russian missile defense. And I've seen these flying in Ukraine, and by the way, it's scary to see one of them because they don't fly that fast. You can actually see them as they move around, and it's anyway, it's threatening if you see one coming your way. Let's look at the Ukraine map, because distance is key here. Now, in my reporting, the agreement between the UK and Ukraine to get these weapons, which they've been begging for a long time from the US and its allies, is that they will only fire inside Ukrainian sovereign territory, some of which is, of course, occupied by Russia, not fire into Russia. So let's talk about the range here, because this has a range 150 miles. Let's talk about, say, the distance between, say, Zaporizhia and Kherson here, roughly similar to that distance. So you could fire, for instance, from here into Crimea.
That's right.
That's a problem for Russia.
And the key thing is, Jim, that Crimea is recognized by the UK as being sovereign Ukrainian territory. And as a result of that, that makes perfect sense then for a weapon to be supplied that has this range.
That's important, because it's not just here. And by the way, easy range with this to fire, for instance, into Donetsk, Luhansk, the eastern provinces, currently as well, the red areas here occupied by Russian forces. The problem, of course, and I'm going to change the color again just so it's easier for people to see, is that with this range, you could conceivably fire across the border into Russia. And that's what has concerned U.S. officials. I should note again, though, Ukrainians have said they will not. Why does that concern U.S. officials?
So what they want to do is they want to make sure that no Russian territory is in range of any Ukrainian weapon system. And the reason they are doing that is because, for example, right about here is Belgorod. And that is an area that has nuclear weapons. It also has a Russian military base. And it's so close to the Ukrainian border that it would be within easy range, even of the weapon systems that Ukraine currently has. So they want to make sure that the Ukrainians live up to this promise so that they
1 Timothy 4 and verse 14. Neglect not the gift that is in thee, which was given thee by prophecy, with the laying on of the hands of the prosperity. Meditate upon these things, give thyself wholly to them, that thy profiting may appear to all. Take heed unto thyself and to the doctrine, continue in them, for in doing this thou shalt both save thyself and them that hear thee. Kol Halal Bashmim Mashiach Yahawashai, Ruha Rukakudash. Double honors to the mighty men, the elders and the apostles in the community, waking up the lost sheep, the house of Israel in these last days. Peace and blessings to everyone doing this truth and humbleness, sincerity. Again, I'm going to say shalom. And you heard it for yourself. Okay. You heard that for yourself. Here, NATO, America, and its allies, they're basically pushing for this nuclear war to play out. Right? So when you replay that audio, they allege that it's not this Storm Shadow missile. Okay, this stealth missile that did come out, it's not targeted towards Russia. Guess what? They lied to you. That's the whole point. And in saying that, is Israel ready to go back to Zion? The elect is, right? The elect of Israel is prepared. I believe that. I sincerely believe the elect is prepared. But rebellious, two parts, lukewarm Israelites, well, like I said, y'all just heard it. We are moments away from, I'm praying, is the big one. Right? I mean, what's left for America except this judgment? Now, they didn't give Volodymyr Zelensky a stealth missile to hit Russia. That's the NLBO. And I hope that thing any minute, man. But this is good and bad. The good is the elect going to the kingdom. Okay, immortality, eternity, rulership over the enemies, life everlasting. But the wicked, this isn't good news for the wicked. Okay, we're gonna get some scriptures and we're gonna end it. I just want to make certain my audience heard it for themselves, right? I just wanted to make certain that, you know, the audience, you heard it for yourselves. Then they gave him a stealth missile. Now, it's not necessarily a stealth nuclear missile, but it's stealth in the sense it can hit St. Petersburg or Moscow. It's stealth in that sense. And if you believe that missile was being used to fight off the Russians in that war that's already lost, you're out of your damn mind, man. Okay. We're gonna read these precepts instead. I'm gonna read the ones that really matter right now, because it's not good that, you know, the loss of our people, you know, there's gonna be a two parts, but our job, given exhortation, is to bid this marriage. Right? Let's get that. Let me get that one first. I'll try not to make it too long. Y'all heard it. Let's get Matthew 22. Let's get Matthew 22. Matthew 22 and verse 8. Then said he to his servants, the wedding is ready, but they which are bidden were not worthy. Verse 9. Go ye therefore into the highways, and as many as you shall find, bid to the marriage. And that's a cut on every camp banger, every anti-Hebrew Israelite, anti-Christ, whatever you want to call them. That's a gashing on all them keyboard prophets in Twitter, okay, Facebook, everyone that hate the camp. I'm gonna read this again. It's for all y'all that got a problem with Israelite camps. From the top. Matthew 22 and verse 9. Go ye therefore into the highways, and as many as ye shall find, bid to the marriage. So those servants went out into the highways and gathered together all as many as they found, both bad and good, and the wedding was furnished with guests. Okay, let me add on to that. Y'all better keep these commandments. I want to go into those too if I can, because that audio speaks for itself. The clock is running out for America. I'm praying to the Most High Zelensky hit one of those major Russian cities so they can retaliate and we all go home dealing with the elect and the wicked. Good riddance. All right. Let's read. Let me see if this is an account right here in Ezekiel. Y'all can't get around that news. So the clock is running out for this wicked kingdom, man. The clock is running out. Let's read Ezekiel 3 and 10. Let me see if this is what I want. Let me see. Check this out. Ezekiel chapter 3 and verse 10. Actually, yeah, we're going to read verse 10. Ezekiel 3 and 10. Moreover, he said unto me, Son of man, all my words that I shall speak unto thee, receive in thine heart, and hear with thine ears. Verse 11. And go, get thee to them of the captivity, unto the children of thy people, going into the 12 tribes, and speak unto them, and tell them, Thus said the Lord God, whether they will hear or whether they will forbear. That's going into them antichrist, anti-Israelites, scribe and Pharisee-minded Israelites that's against this truth. Well, guess what? If Russia get hit by one of those stealth missiles, you could kiss America goodbye. But we'll see. Ezekiel 3 and 12. Then the Spirit took me up, and I heard behind me a voice of a great rushing, saying, Blessed be the glory of the Lord from his place. Okay, but the point, I'm going to go back up to 11. It reads, Go get thee to them of the captivity unto the children of thy people, and speak unto them, and tell them, Thus said the Lord God, whether they will hear or whether they will forbear. And 2 parts Hebrew Israelites, they're not with this program. They don't want to keep the commandments. They want a general disclaimer, want to claim they Israel and walk around in strange apparel and think they're going to get the kingdom. La-ah. Y'all heard the audio. Y'all heard that audio, so y'all see what's about to play out. And I'm hoping it's any moment from now. Okay? This deliverance, to keep it a buck, this deliverance is only for the elect and the remnant body. It got nothing to do with carnal antichrist Israelites. That's plain. Okay? Let's get Isaiah 58 and 1. Let's get Isaiah chapter 58 and verse 1. Like I said, I'm going to be a broken record. Y'all heard the audio. Y'all heard the audio. That's plain. And we'll see if it's used to take down Russians or hit a major Russian city so this thing could just overload. The judgment plays out. Pray the grape is ripe and the chosen gets delivered. Okay. Isaiah chapter 58. One moment, family. Isaiah 58:1. It reads, "Cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and show my people their transgressions, and the house of Jacob their sins." That's what all the camps been doing. That's what brothers like myself doing with exhortation, these exhortation videos. That's all we've been doing since Sunday Church won't do it. Vatican City won't do it. All of them apologetics, they're not going to do this because they're teaching you a false gospel. They're teaching you a utopian gospel that makes no sense. Why they prep for the next pagan celebration that's lined up almost every month in this country now, and they setting you up for failure. Okay, because obviously the clock is running out. But I'm gonna get these few more precepts and we gonna end it. And a lot of us remember rush hour when the Chinese girl said, "Push the button, press the button." I'm hoping Zelensky pressed that button immediately, because those are not nuclear missiles, but these are missiles that could change the game in a big way going into prophecy. We all know Zelensky was set up. He's a puppet by the elite, and his job is to create a war conflict with Russia. And now he has the perfect weapon to set it off. So we're going to see. We're going to see, if he's going to live up to what what BlackRock hired him to do, among those other elite families that enjoy seeing bodies of dead soldiers. And going into these dead soldiers, I'm not talking about the enemy. I'm talking about potential Israelites jammed up in that. Okay? To be clear. This is what Israelites better do. They have to gather yourselves together. But chiefly, y'all better keep these commandments, man. Y'all better keep these commandments. Let's get some of these, and I'm going to end it. Genesis 26:5. I'm going to read this verse. And I'm chiefly dealing with the elect remnant body. Bug out Israelites, it's a general disclaimer. It's not for you, man. I'm sorry. If you're a bug out Israelite in this community and you don't want to cleave to these commandments, it's not for you. Okay? And the ICBM gonna meet you square. General disclaimer. Genesis 26:5. Because that Abraham obeyed my voice and kept my charge, my commandments, my statutes, and my laws. Okay? I'm going to read that again. Because that Abraham obeyed my voice and kept my charge. And that's the mission in this truth. Like the elders say, man, find your place in this truth and do the work. As I've been teaching on my platform with little audience I have, I always tell y'all, read these scriptures and share the scriptures. Don't add weirdo doctrines. Just learn the precepts and do your very best. I'll read this again. Genesis 26:5. Because that Abraham obeyed my voice and kept my charge, my commandments, my statutes, and my laws. And when you go into Father Abraham, Yahweh had favor with him because he was obedient in the commandments. This is a general disclaimer. If your leader telling you you're an Israelite and you don't have to walk in the laws, you don't have to wear you don't have to step out in your daily garment without showing you Israel, without having your borders and blues and fringes showing, and you follow that lie, you're going to be destroyed. I'm going to read this one more time. Genesis 26:5. Because that Abraham obeyed my voice and kept my charge, my commandments, my statutes, and my laws. That's plain. How else you expect to get through to the covenant if you don't keep the commandments? Because time is thinning. And it's getting too late for this bullshit, man. Let's read on. Let's read on. Let's get the classic real quick. Numbers 15 and verse 39. It's best to start at verse 38, but I'm going to read verse 39. It's just a general disclaimer. Numbers 15 and 39, and it reads, and it shall be unto you for a fringe, that you may look upon it, and remember all the commandments of the Lord, and do them, that you seek not after your own heart and your own eyes, after which you used to go a-whoring. And that's really going into them wicked Israelites that perished in the wilderness. And that's plain. It's a general disclaimer. How you expect to get beamed up by the chariots when the nuclear missiles begin to take this place away, but you in strange apparel? And just that Zephaniah 1:8, Zechariah 1:8 is one of them. And this is the mindset of these Israelites while the world potentially is about to end. Your 2nd Ezra 7:43. The world for the wicked is going to be destroyed, and of course the chosen is going to reign. Again, y'all heard the audio. Y'all heard that audio, man. I'm just saying. Read this one more time so it can sink in. Numbers 15 and 39. And it shall be unto you for a friend, that you may look upon it and remember all commandments of the Lord, and do them, that you seek not after your own heart and your own eyes, after which you used to go whoring. That's plain. Okay. Let me read this. Let me get this one. Let me link it up. Let's go to I think it's Zephaniah. I gotta do this again. This really for these Israelites. I don't want to be too harsh. I don't want to be too mean, y'all. I don't want to come off too mean. And I thank the Most High, okay, for all the camps and the congregations, okay. I was raised up under the camps, and I salute, the elders and the apostles, okay, in the community. That's all I can do. But they have their job. They get us going, but you have to further the teaching. You have to further your studies, okay? Because if any leader, from social media to a camp, it's just general, telling you don't have to keep these commandments, well, you're going to get burnt away. Zephaniah 1 and verse 8. It reads, and it shall come to pass in the day of the Lord's sacrifice. This is a future prophecy. That's pending, by the way, from the top. And it shall come to pass in the day of the Lord's sacrifice, that I will punish the princes and the king's children, and all such as are clothed with strange apparel. Okay. That's twofold, because you don't want to be mixing linen, wool. You don't want to mix fabrics. And you could buy 100% clothing, and you just, you show you Israel. That's what I do. But you don't want to be an Israelite, okay? Pay close attention. You can't claim you Israel and claim with your own mind, the Most High know I'm Israel, so I don't need to show that I'm Israel, so I'm going to wear a regular Babylonian apparel. Because I'm Israel, I'm going to get the kingdom. La'ah. You're going to get destroyed. Okay? You have to keep the commandments. And it's true, we can't keep every law, going into the sanctuary laws. I've been to Israel again, and the city of David is in ruins. If you do a Holy Land tour, they're going to take it to what's left of it. It's destroyed. So we can't do those laws as of yet. But you could keep the Levitical laws. You could keep the feast days, new moons, okay, atone. There are things you can do. And wearing a garment with borders and blues and fringes, that's not a crime. Okay? That's showing you want this more than anything. And it's just a general disclaimer. I'm not trying to hear I'm not doing that except on your Sabbath day. I'm not with that program, man. That is madness. Roughly paraphrasing, lean not to your own understanding, man. Just study the scriptures. That's all I tell my flock, man. I'm not teaching no stupid doctrine like that, man. Come on. I don't think Israelites in the community understand the magnitude of what's playing out abroad. I'm praying Zelensky hit Moscow or St. Petersburg so all hell break loose, man. I want to get out this place. Money, riches, wealth, okay, that can't save us, man. That can't help you, man. Your gold, your silver, that's going to get roasted on the day of the Lord. I'm going to read this again. And this is going into keeping the commandments. That Christianity, Israelite nonsense, that don't fly here, man. Right? Zephaniah 1 and 8. From the top. And it shall come to pass in the day of the Lord's sacrifice that I will punish the princes and the king's children, and all such as are clothed with strange apparel. In the same day also will I punish all those that leap on the threshold, which fill their masters' houses with violence and deceit. That's really dealing with Christianity. Painfully, that's dealing with Israelite brothers that hate other Israelite brothers. That's plain. That's what that's going into. So you got to pray you're not a Zechariah 13 and 8 Israelite with everything building up. Because it's a build-up. But when this build-up is complete, judgment. And if you hated your brother, okay, you had beef with this camp, you couldn't stop talking about a member of this camp or that camp, and you was just carnal, you're going to be judged. And it's going to be on the left-hand side. Okay? Let's read on. This really dealing with these Boule Negroes. Okay? Slakia. This dealing with these Boule Negroes that only care about themselves, don't care about the plight of their own people. They only care about self, man, and their wealth. Okay? But watch what the Most High gonna do to them on this pending judgment. Check it out. Zephaniah 1 and 18. This is the point. Neither their silver nor their gold shall be able to deliver them in the day of the Lord's wrath. But the whole land shall be devoured by the fire of his jealousy, for he shall make even a speedy riddance of all them that dwell in the land. And that's going into the walls of fire. When the nuclear missiles hit these major cities, that thing gonna happen so quick. The wicked they're gonna be caught out there. Again, y'all heard the audio. Time is thinning out for America and the elites. Okay, wanna be a two-parts Negro? Hey, you should put a sign on your forehead, just confessing you're walking charcoal, because you're gonna get burnt away, man. Seriously. Let's read. We're gonna read on. We're gonna read on. Let's get the classics, man. We're gonna read these. And you gotta question these carnal-minded Israelites. We're gonna read this one. Mark 12 and verse 29. And Jesus answered him, Hamashiach Yahushai, the first of all the commandments is, Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one Lord. Okay. Everyone's not moving in that vibration, but as I said, 9 o'clock just running out. Right? This is another painful nightmare that's annual in the Israelite community. Luke 18 and verse 20. Thou knowest the commandments. Do not commit adultery. Do not kill. Do not steal. Do not bear false witness. Honor thy father and thy mother. And that false witness thing is general, man. This false witness thing is when brothers mock other brothers. I'm still trying to figure out, going on 9 years, book, chapter, verse. If I had a disagreement with a camp leader or a member of a congregation, I have to do a whole video and just slander that one specific individual. That don't make sense. As I say, it's general. But you got to have, what's that word? You got to pray to Heavenly Father just give you the proper knowledge. Okay? And you get the right understanding when you keep these commandments. The word I'm looking for is discernment. And a lot of brews don't have that. You got to pray for discernment, man. The right understanding. And if it's a disagreement, fine. You agree to disagree. But I'm not going to name a member, or I'm going to go here. Not going to name a member, or I got a camp. Okay, I have members, so I'm going to mock another congregation in the chat. That's wicked, man. General disclaimer. I don't give a damn. Y'all know I don't care. But that goes on. Nah, the judgment day, I'm hoping this judgment day play out. I don't want to be here, man. Listen, Republicans and Democrats, I'm going to say this over and over, they can't help us, man. That's like watching the damn Comedy Central on both sides. It's stupid. They can't help us, man. Keeping the commandments of the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. That's your only exit into that new covenant. That's it. If you can't get that understanding now, it's going to be too late. Let's read on. John chapter 14 and 21. He that had my commandments and keep them, he is Slacky. It is that loved me, and he that loved me shall be loved of my Father. That's the point. And I will love him and will manifest myself to him. Man, that's some serious stuff right there. Right? Don't they say good vibes? You can't get a better vibe from that. I'm gonna read that again. John 14 and 21. He that keep my commandments and keep them, it is that loved me, and he that loved me shall be loved of my Father. That's powerful, man. And I will love him and will manifest myself to him. That's plain, man. You know what type of strength and might that is, man? That's why I tell what little audience I have, learn the oracle. Study thus said the Lord. Again, salute the elders and apostles that teach us on the street corners. I was taught by GMS and this, and salute to the camp. I don't have no beef with no brother with that congregation or any congregation. But you got to further your teachings. You further by studying, right? And salute to the elders and the apostles in the community. And all the elders and apostles throughout the Israelite community. Okay, I mean that. They kind of give you your stepping grounds, but you gotta further yourself by reading, give exhortation, and teach others. That's it. John 15:10. If you keep my commandments, you shall abide in my love, even as I kept my Father's commandments, and abide in his love. Okay? So it's very important to keep his commandments. Read that again. John 15:10. If you keep my commandments, you shall abide in my love, even as I have kept my Father's commandments and abide in his love. If you're against keeping the commandments, you're going to get burnt to ashes. Straight up. Let's continue. We're going to read a few more. Gonna wind it down. 2 John 1:6. And this is the end all be all. You can get these accounts in the Torah. Okay? From Father Abraham to the Exodus, all the way to the end of the book. I mean, what happened in Genesis when they decided to not abide to the Heavenly Father? Okay, they were cast down. You go into that Genesis account, Genesis 6, they were the sons of God. Okay, they were the covenant holders and they disobeyed and they were destroyed. Okay, wickedness came on the planet, a curse. They transgress. Now, if you transgress, you're going to get met by that nuclear missile. Okay? You're going to get met by fire and get turned to dust. Most High forbid. Y'all heard the audio. Come on, Zelensky, press that damn button, man. Let's set it off so that God's chosen to get the hell out of here. Right? 1 John 5:3. For this is the love of God, that we keep his commandments, and his commandments are not grievous. Like I said, man, all these anti-Israelite groups out there, especially you damn camp bangers. Well, guess what? 9 o'clock running out. 9 o'clock is really running out. Now what? If you don't keep these commandments, you're going to be destroyed. Okay? Read that again. 1 John 5:3. For this is the love of God, that we keep his commandments, and his commandments are not grievous. That's plain. Okay? And these are the times we're living in. Revelation chapter 12:17. And the dragon was wrought with the woman, and went to make war with the remnant of her seed, which keep the commandments of God, and have the testimony of Jesus Christ. Hamashiach Yahushai. You gotta keep the commandments. Anything that's against this thing in the community, where brothers feel they don't have to keep all the commandments, you're going to get put away. Anything contrary to keeping these commandments, this was never for you. Okay? I know that sounds harsh, but if you're against this truth, if you want to cherry pick precepts, okay, and do what you want to do and basically combat this truth, well, this isn't for you. And you will be destroyed in this pending judgment day. Right? Let's read that again. Revelation chapter 12:17. And the dragon was wrought with the woman, and went to make war with the remnant of her seed, which keep the commandments of God, and have the testimony of Jesus Christ. Hamashiach Yahushai. That's plain, y'all. Revelations 14:12. And it reads, Here is the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of God and the faith of Jesus. Okay. Read again. Here is the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of God and the faith of Jesus. Okay. So you got to keep the commandments. You got to do these commandments and keep the commandments the best of your ability. That's going into keeping your Sabbath days, your high holy days. Okay. Loving your fellow brother and sister in the community. Painfully, that don't even work out well in the community. But the Most High, going to these wheats and tares, that's going, the Most High gonna clear that up. He's gonna clear that out. If Israelites in this community have a general, sincere hatred for other brothers, this camp, that camp, on pure ignorance, you're gonna be burnt to dust. Right, Zelensky? So press that button, man. These Zelensky to press a little mini missile to set it off, man. Because these little brawls among Israel, it's coming to an end. And that's just general, from social media, camp bashing, camp bangers online, all this coming to an end, y'all. It's coming to an end. You better pray the Most High put a spirit of humbleness, sincerity, and just be genuine towards your fellow Israelite. But it is what it is. I see what I see going on 9 years almost. It is what it is. But keep these commandments. Last one. Revelations 22 and 14. Blessed are they that do his commandments, that they may have right to the tree of life and may enter through the gates of the city. And with that, I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High Power of Israel, Yahweh, Ba'Shema Mashiach Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the mighty men, the elders, and the apostles in the community, waking up the lost sheep, the house of Israel in these last days. Peace and blessings to everyone doing this truth and humbleness and sincerity. Israel, I love y'all. We got next. Shalom.